What's up, guys? How we doing tonight, fellas, ladies? It's Tuesday night, and you know what time it is. It's a Tuesday night principled chiropractic call from DE and Band of Brothers. I'm Dr. Brian Moriarty, your esteemed host for tonight's exciting call with Dr. Taylor Phipps. This is gonna be a good one, guys. But before we get to Taylor, let's talk about what we got going on. DE, we just got done with DE. Everybody is still recovering from DE, but this is one of our quick turnaround ones. We had the one in August, now October, just a little 2 month break in there, and we're just a little bit over a month away. Yes, there we go, Kat. DE. Let's put that right over my face again. DE. Yes. DE. Again. Yes. Yes. Faster. Perfect. It's like subliminal messaging. Like I have to go to DE now that I've watched that. I will book my hotel right now. So let's get our hotels booked, our conference booked, our flights, cars. Maybe Lou Singer's gonna drive a Mustang up there again. Who knows? But DE's coming, guys. October 15th through the 18th. I'll be there. Everyone's coming. Make sure you get there. And then we got Athens, Greece rescheduled for July 16th and 17th, 2021. So definitely keep that on your calendar, weather permitting on that one, or COVID permitting. Dan, let's talk about the Chiro Cup, guys. We got the GCC up there. Kat and Brian are all working really hard at the Chiro Cup. Can we get that promo up there, Kat? There it is, the Chiro Cup, third annual. Georgia Council of Chiropractic putting this on. Ackworth, Georgia. That's Thursday, October 8th. Okay, it was on a Tuesday last year. And I got to tell you, me and my good pal Eddie Martinez and Chris Rinnie, we all flew to town to play in a group with Brian Lieberman, and we had an absolute blast. The GCC, first of all, rolls out the red carpet for you when you come to town, guys, and it's kind of an animal move when you fly in for a golf tournament like that. So I'd love to see some more people come and support the GCC. They're one of the best state organizations out there working their butts off for chiropractic. So we got to support them, guys. So think about it. You fly in on a Wednesday night, you Thursday golf all day with us, then Friday, you take a little long weekend up in Georgia. We can hang out all weekend. So Chiro Cup, guys, make it happen. Thursday, October 8th. Also, just so you know, I'm looking for an associate. My associate is leaving me at the end of the year. So if you guys know anybody, a new grad or somebody's looking to move to Florida, I already have a couple ins. Taylor's wife, Mary, is a potential. I've got Lou Singer as a possible. I've got Meredith Out as a possible. So I've got a lot of things going on. But if you guys know anybody who's looking to move to sunny Florida and be on the beach and work in an awesome office, let me know. But enough about me. Let's get things rolling here over to our speaker for tonight. And Dr. Taylor Phipps is a 2017 graduate of Cleveland Chiropractic College. They're in Kansas City. And I'll be honest with you, this guy is just doing everything right that a young chiropractor can do. He's got a beautiful wife, Mary. He's got a beautiful daughter, Elsie. And these guys are rock stars. He's got a huge practice that's growing every day. Mary just graduated and passed her boards, and she's rocking it. And like these are like me and Andy Harding's kid brother and sister. Like, well, I mean they're married, so whatever. But anyway, the Phipps are just awesome people, and it's so great to see people that are doing it the right way and they're growing through DE. And the sky's the limit for these guys. They're at every DE. They're going to be there in October. And I am just so proud of Dr. Taylor Phipps and what he's done in just a short time in practice. He is going to be the next superstar in chiropractic. So without further ado, from Kansas City, Missouri, give it up for Dr. Taylor Phipps.
Awesome, Brian. Hey, thank you so much for that great introductory, man. You're so great at an MC. Maybe you have to take that up part-time or something, huh? But it's just so amazing to be back here tonight speaking with you guys in this great format. So grateful for everyone that works behind the scenes to make these things happen week in and week out. I know that it takes a lot of work. working with Kat today and just the time that it takes to teach an individual how to do these things. We're just grateful for all that you're doing behind the scenes to make all this possible. And so also grateful for my wife, my best friend there, Mary. You got to see her. Big shout out to her recently graduating here, going through a lot. She was pregnant, had our child Elsie in school, and then she just recently graduated and had to finish her last trimester through a pandemic, right? So a whole lot going on. They're just in the other room, so you might hear a 10-month-old teething baby that's extremely tired yet tonight. And I apologize ahead of time if that is the case here. But I just wanted to get on here tonight. I was able to listen into part of our Band of Brothers call last week with Michael Halloran and just absolutely love that man and what he brings to DE and everyone that he communicates with. It was a great message and just allowed me I just had to share my heart with what was going on for us during this year. I mean, this is a crazy year. So many people are, struggling. So many people are having doubts and fears, and maybe you're one of them. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're thriving during this time. And we just wanted to share with you our story of what's going on in our practice and how DE has helped us make it through this time that's so difficult for so many people. Beginning of March, this whole thing, started to kind of blow up, right? People didn't know what was going on. Borders were, being closed and all these crazy things. And during the beginning of the year, we were really picking up steam in our office. We were doing, maybe 2 lunch and learns a week. We were having dinner talks. We were doing all these outside things, trying to spread our message of principled chiropractic, how that life flows over that nervous system, and that when that interference is within that system, you're not going to thrive, right? And so we're just, hammering it out, guerrilla marketing, doing all these things. And we were seeing our practice grow and grow and grow. And then all of that at one moment was stopped, right? The weekend that our city shut down, we had one of the biggest events that we were going to have for the year on that weekend, and it was canceled, right? And everything that from then on just kind of snowballed, right? All these things kept kind of like piling up. And, we started no one really knew what was going to happen. We started to see our numbers kind of decrease. And I was kind of really focused on the numbers because I was getting excited. I'm a little bit of a numbers guy. So you'd like to see that growth and that progression. And as things just started to really tank, it was really difficult. At one point, or at our lowest point, we were probably 40% of our kind of average visits in a week. And that was really hard. Mary was in school. We had a couple of weeks where we were like, wow, what's happening here? And during that time, man, I just had to have a little bit of a gut check for myself. There was a lot more downtime in the office, and my mind was kind of wandering a little bit, just kind of figuring out myself a little bit more. Am I doing everything for this profession? Am I doing everything for my community? Am I giving it all to each and every person? And some of those were, some harsh realities that I had to kind of come to terms with, because going to DE and things like that, I was, thinking that I was doing the right thing, mimicking some adjustments and things of that nature, but my whole heart wasn't into it, right? Like when I was doing those type of things. And so I wanted to talk about that a little bit more tonight, because at the January DE, it was like so timely before all of this happened. Dr. Tim Zook got up on stage and started talking about his morning routine, his affirmations, his power up stations, like what he was doing to get through the life challenges that he and Darcy are currently facing. So we definitely wanted to tap into that a little bit more. And I started doing those things a little bit more, especially like when COVID hit. I did a self check. I was like, man, I could get up a little bit earlier. So what I did, I decided to get up a little bit earlier. I decided to start to do some more morning preparation. I started to actually sit there and think and feel as if things have already been done. I was doing those things, but man, I was just getting kind of like lackadaisical with it, kind of just going through the motions of that day to day. Oh, like, okay, I get up, this is like my routine, but like I wasn't feeling it, like sometimes we just kind of get in the motions of things. And this was a total wake up call for me and to get that check in with myself. And so with that, man, I just started getting up earlier. I started just meditating more, seeing not only my office thriving, like, you have all your waiting room chairs, like people sitting in those seats, families coming in, people getting checked and people just having miracles happen, right? I just wasn't having that expectation of that. I wasn't being expectant each and every day that people were going to have that miracle happen, right? And people talk about that all the time. And that was just something that I knew that I could be better at each and every day. And so getting up and meditating and actually feeling that, getting into that zone where, man, I'm ready for the day, I started to expand that. I started to expand it outside my office, started to see our communities more healed, seeing people more connected than ever. I started to see the world just being transparent and whole and this beautiful, just bright white iridescent light shining around the world, just allowing people to reach their fullest potential and just imagining what that looks like, what that feels like, what vibration that was putting out into the world. And man, things just started to pick up when we took it away from myself and my sorrows and what I thought was wrong with us or whatever I thought that I should be at, or whenever I let go of all of that and just focused on straight on gratitude on what I should be seeing rather than the way the world is, the things totally started to change for us. And we started just slowly growing here. And things have been really in this beautiful phase of growth for us. I stopped watching any numbers in the office. I started just focusing on that one person, being so grateful that they are persevering through COVID to come in and get an adjustment during that time that might be so scary for them, that they're willing to lay on their table and get adjusted during that time. Man, like it was just a beautiful feeling of gratitude with each and every adjustment. And as I started to do that, I was like, man, why haven't I been doing this all along? Like we've been taught these type of things at DE, but I wasn't putting them into full action for that. And so with that, I just decided that, during this time of self-reflection that I just need to be more of myself. And one of the things I kept playing through my head, and it's a Rocky quote that Dr. Sid would say, but for whatever reason, it was in my head as Dr. Sid, right? I ain't going down no more. And so that would just constantly go through my head over and over again, right? Like I ain't going down no more. Like I'm fully committed to this thing called chiropractic. I'm fully committed to my office, my community. I'm fully committed to providing for my family during this time. Like this thing that is happening right now, like I'm not going down because of that. And when that determination took over, with that belief system took over, when that just gratitude started to shine, man, things have just been so amazing for us. And so since that time in March till this time now, we've not only gotten back to our pre-COVID numbers, but we've actually doubled our office from our like record week to like what we're seeing now. We've literally doubled our office during this time, so anything's possible within our system and here in America, and with our belief system and having full faith in God and knowing that He's going to provide during these times. Like it's walking in that each and every day, that gratitude, that love for what we do, that opportunity to change a life. Now, one of the other things I changed personally is that you're seeing me wear an office t-shirt here, right? So one of the things I was told, right, as a business person, that you should always be as well dressed as the best dressed person coming into your office, right? And so I was always not like shirt and tie, but definitely like collared shirt, buttoned up. Maybe in the summer it's a short sleeve, in the winter it's going to be a long sleeve shirt. But man, I was like, okay, first in my head I'm thinking, well, people are like literally coming in like sweatpants all day. They're working from home. Like no one's quote unquote like dressing up now. Like I'm going to go ahead and just start wearing these t-shirts more. And to me, that felt more personal to me. It felt more like myself. And so that's just something that I've now just become accustomed to, right? I just feel more comfortable in my own skin, not trying to be someone that I think I should be, that I was told maybe I should be, and just allowing myself to be more personal and real with myself. And that's something I've totally found during this time. And that's something that DE has so much helped us with. Like, we talk about a lot about like shedding husks and getting more to that inner core, and letting go of a lot of like maybe the past hurts or the past pains that have happened. And a lot of those things are so true, but it doesn't have to take a pandemic for us to do this, right? We can sit down tonight, this weekend, and really start to go inside ourselves and self reflect on, are we doing the best for our community? Are we doing the best for our adjustment each and every day? Like, are we allowing our minds to wander in between adjustments, or are we staying focused and listening to the recordings of DE, or maybe it's a Sigrid Foods video or a Dr. Sid video off of YouTube, whatever it might be that keeps us in that zone. Or maybe it's stating your affirmations over and over and over again. That's one of the things that I've also really picked up on. Andy Harding, love you, man. And he always talks in our band of brother about how he probably says it's something crazy like 1,000 affirmations or 5,000 affirmations from his time he leaves his driveway to the time he pulls into the parking lot. And man, I was like, like, that's dedication. Like, I could, you see someone like Andy Harding and like what he's achieving. It's like, man, I just need to mimic that more and do that more. And that's one of the things that I've started to implement here, and just allow myself to stay in that state of belief all day long. Maybe there's a couple minute chunk in between people coming in. Seeing people literally laying on your tables, right? Michael Halloran talked about this at our Band of Brothers just last week. Literally taking the face roll paper, ripping it up, crumpling up, throwing it in the trash, right? Putting it people on the sign-in sheet, whoever you can think of, to that daily number that you want to see. And so during this time, man, I've been doing all those things. Been seeing our EHR system blocked out fully, right? Our new patient slots are filled with people coming in. I'm mimicking those adjustments. Shaking their hand, coming in, doing it. We do Titron scans. They're getting scanned, right? We're coming down. I'm walking literally through our exam process, setting up x-rays, doing all those things. And during this time, we just got a new CA in May, and I'm sure she thought at first like I was crazy for doing this. Like, she probably thought like, what am I doing? Like, did I go into like some Looney's office? I don't into work, but it's just so amazing how powerful that can be when we speak what we want out into the universe and truly believe it and see it as done. Some of those things are some of the oldest concepts that we have. Jesus said, just have the faith of a mustard seed and you can move a mountain. So like, how much can we do with this belief of chiropractic, right? How many lives can we change? How many opportunities are we missing each and every day? And now that my wife Mary's been in the office here with me through this time, it's been such a blessing, to have her there, and she's checking me, right? Like, if I miss an opportunity, she's able to catch me on it if I've slipped a little bit, and be like, hey, like, we could do this and this and this. And it's like, man, there's no reason we shouldn't let any opportunity leave, right? Like, I don't want to be that 90-year-old man, not feeling like I took every opportunity that came my way, and there's no reason that I shouldn't just say that story over and over again. And like, what's the worst that they're going to say? It's like, no, I don't want my child checked right now, or whatever it is. Maybe they pull out an objection and we're able to handle that. And we get a child in, or we get a whole family in off of that. And so basically we just, no holds bars now, right? Like, we've trying to break down everything that we can, and just go full force into this thing, to change as many lives as we possibly can. And when we go to DE, man, it's not just like, chiropractic. It's not only like working on our practices, but ourselves, right? Through DE, we've met, some of our forever friends, right? Like, some friends of our future. are there at DE that we met. Some of them are even from Kansas City, like Dr. Casey Berry, man. Love him and his family, and seeing him grow through his time in DE as well. And it's just amazing, the people that you're able to meet that are in the same stage of life as you, right? We know so many people that we're meeting in the back of the room now at DE because we've been promoted from the front to the back now, and watching Elsie run around. It's just so amazing to see her interact, and we're learning skills about ourselves and how to raise a principled child at DE. And I would not want her to grow up anywhere else. It's just so amazing, the love that is shared each and every time that we're able to get together. So we're so excited for that October DE. We're so excited to get back together with those families, with the people that we look up to, our mentors in chiropractic, and just see how we can do things bigger and better. It's just what we stand for in DE. That's what people are talking about, what we stand for, not what we're against. And we're just for life. We're for people promoting themselves to be abundant, to live to their fullest potential, right? For people to truly thrive. It's going to be the message that is taught at DE, that message that's perpetuated decade after decade after decade through DE, right? And so that's what we just truly love, is the opportunities that we've had personally that have come through there, that have allowed us to grow as chiropractors, as human beings within our relationship, within ourselves, and just to be able to love ourselves fully. So with that being said, we're just so grateful for all of you being on this call tonight. I just want to kind of leave you guys with this. We just got to keep the faith, turn the crank, and testify when amazing things are transforming in your life. You're muted there, Brian. Oh, there we go.
You hear me? Okay, sorry. Taylor, yes. Yeah, I was muted. My bad. I was like Andy Harding trying to do the MC work. That was bad. Anyway, great job, brother. And man, you're truly a gift to DE, man. We love you, and your family is awesome. And thank you for everything. That was a beautiful, great talk. I enjoyed it a lot, man. So thank you for everything.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
What do you got going on behind you there? What is that, like a jungle? I'm seeing a lot of vines and things. What is all that?
It's just our plants, man.
Okay, let's go.
We're a plant
I love
family,
this
right?
video thing because we can come into your house here and see that it's like Taylor is Tarzan of the jungle. Beautiful.
That's why I grew the mustache, specifically for this moment. So
yes, it looks good. You look older. Instead of like 14, now you're like 18. So that's perfect. Where's the baby? I could hear the baby crying in the middle there. We need a baby shot before we take it out here.
Can we
get Elsie on there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see there. Oh, there it's
things torn all about,
Listen, you should see my house, okay? That's a clean house right there. Don't be embarrassed. Hey, Mary. Hey, Elsie. And we got a dog there, too. Sweet.
3 of them.
3 of them. Wow. You just can't say no, huh, Taylor? You're perfect.
I know.
Well,
can you wait?
Andy, don't let Andy MC again. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, thank you so much, guys. You guys are a wonderful family. We love you at DE. And Taylor, thanks for the kick-ass message tonight, brother. You rock, man.
Absolutely. Love you guys.
All right. Love you guys. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Hey, we're still live there. I can still see